This is the 2023 BMW X1. The 2023 BMW X1 is a compact family SUV offering punchy performance, advanced technology, and modernized design, which we will touch on right now. Okay, so for modernized changes, we have the roof spoiler, which is pretty deep and it's very angular. Then we have the tail lights, which are 3D sculpted. Then we have the wheels, which are 18-inch V-spokes. Then we have the roof rails, which are made of aluminum satin. Then we have the door handles, which are completely flush with the door panels. Then we have the dual kidney grills, which really give the front an aggressive look. Then we have these beautiful fully LED headlights. So here we have a good look at the interior. Now, something I can say is that the materials feel really nice. Looking over here, we have our center console. We have our push start. We have our hazards. Okay, to shift it in drive, we're gonna pull back. To put it in reverse, we're gonna push it forward. Now, as you can see, the mirrors started to go down slowly to give us a good viewpoint for when we're backing into stuff. Now, to put it back in drive, you're gonna see that mirror go back into position. We have the rears with the sensors to let us know when we're getting too close to something. We have the parking brake right here. And we also have a handy volume button here, and then a track skipper or repeater. And it has these little nice symbols that lets you know what the car is in. Something else that you should know about the center console is there's plenty of space under the floating center console. Now, something that absolutely cannot be missed in the BMW X1 is the infotainment screen, which carries a total length of a little over 21 inches. And as you can see, it has a curved nature to it. So with the gauge cluster, we can change things based to our preferences. We can change the content and what it shows us. We can change out the layout to see what visualization we like best. It's very, very customizable. Now, the X1 comes standard with Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. All right, then we have My Modes. And you have all of these different modes that you can go into. And something to keep in mind is when you choose a different mode, let's say personal, it changes your digital cluster. Okay, we switch it again. Let's go into sport mode, and it's going to change it slightly a little bit. Traction control is off. And if we go into efficient, another change to the digital cluster. Then we have the steering wheel, which is extremely adjustable. All you have to do to adjust is pull on the latch on the left side of the steering wheel, and you'll be able to adjust it. You'll be able to move it in, out, up, or down. Now, the seats are powered, which is something that we expect from a car like this, but it can really give you a lot of adjustment in terms of where you want to sit. Do you want to sit high or do you want to sit low? Well, if you're getting an SUV, you want to sit high, but this can do both. It can make you sit really high up or really low down. All right, so sitting in the back seat, I would say I'm pretty comfortable. I have plenty of knee room and plenty of height over my head. I'm 5'10", so if you're a little over 5'10", I would still say you're pretty good in the X1. Now, back here we have two USB-C ports, and we also have two cup holders. And something that should also be noted is you could pull on this part right here, and this middle part comes down. So you pull, and voila. If you have something long that you want to put in here, you have no problems putting it in the X1. And to put it back up, all you do is you push up, and you got to pull the latch again to pull it up, and let go of the latch. Another thing about the X1 is in the back seat, you have 3 headrests, which is nice. Even the middle seat gets a headrest. Now, something to note is that if you have 3 adults in the back, they're gonna be pretty tight on shoulder room. Now, everything else, leg room and head room, is gonna be adequate. Now, let's see if this fits in here. It does not. However, you do have some storage on the sides here, and these could easily fit that. Now, something to keep in mind in the X1 is that the rear windows do not go all the way down. Now, of course, they're one touch in the rear seats as well. You can't put them all the way down. All right, now taking a look at the trunk, we have pretty good amounts of space. Now, to lower the second row, what we're gonna have to do is we're gonna go into the second row and we're gonna pull these latches here, which are gonna bring the seats down. So the X1 is gonna have 25 cubic feet if none of the rows are folded, but if you do fold the second row, you're gonna be increasing that space to 46 cubic feet. All right, and to bring the seats back up, you just push them up. And then you're gonna have to pull on this latch to get them all the way back. Now that we have the seats all back, something you should know is that the seats recline. You pull on the latch and push back a little bit more, you get some reclination, if that's a word. Now let's go ahead and take the 2023 X1 on a driving test. What we're gonna do is we're gonna push the start and we're gonna be on our way. So what we're gonna be doing is we're gonna be putting it in personal for right now, just to test the everyday driving. After that, we're gonna put it into sport and start seeing its performance, how it does. We're gonna be doing a 20 to 60, so we're gonna be seeing how fast it goes, the acceleration, its handling. We're gonna be checking all of that out. Now, I would say driving around in the streets, it's a really quiet car. We're gonna see if that's the same when we're driving it on the highway at higher speeds. Now, something you'll notice is that there's good visibility all throughout the X1. There's really no big blind spots. And that's really solidified by the fact that we have two huge side mirrors. Boom and boom. And then looking through the rear view mirror, we can see that there's also good visibility. Now, of course, the headrests kind of get in the way a little bit, but they're removable. Now, something that does obstruct your view slightly is this panel right here. You're gonna have to look kind of this way or that way to get through. But other than that, it's just a small nuisance. It's not really a big thing. So the 2023 BMW X1 has a lot of safety features standard. It has the automated emergency braking with pedestrian detection. It has lane departure warning, blind spot monitoring, and parking sensors, as already showed. Now, the car does come with a few packages that you can add on. There's the convenience package, which comes with wireless smartphone charging pad, panoramic sunroof, keyless entry, auto dimming mirrors, heated front seats, and heated steering wheel. Then we have the premium package, which comes with a heads-up display, a Harman Kardon stereo system, a 360-degree exterior camera system, and other things. The 2023 BMW X1 comes in two different trims, the 28i and the M35i, both of which come with a turbocharged 4-cylinder, 2-liter engine. Now, the model that we have today is the 28i, which starts at $40,500, has 241 horses or horsepower, and a 0 to 60 of 5.5 seconds. The M35i, on the other hand, starts at $49,900, has 312 horses, and a 0 to 60 of 4.8 seconds. The takeaway is that the 28i provides decent acceleration and handling, whereas the M35i provides superior performance because of its faster acceleration and power. All right, so now we're gonna make our way onto a freeway. Now, I don't know if you guys can hear it, but there is some artificial sound being pumped in through the speakers. And you get a lot more of that artificial sound once you put the car into sport mode. See? You hear that artificial sound? All right, we are on the highway and we are about to see how the 2023 BMW X1 performs. So we're gonna be doing a 20 to 60. Okay. It's responsive, it's punchy, it gets there. You will have no problems merging onto the freeway in the X1. This thing is very much punchy. Now, the handling, the steering, it's very firm in the sport mode. There's some weight to it. All right, big bump there, but it took it like a champ. Okay, maybe we could do a 0 to 60 here. Yep, very punchy. As soon as you let off of the gas, you hear the turbo note, which is really nice. Or it's really hard to really feel when the car is gripping or how well the car is gripping. You don't really get that sign back from the car when you're steering, which is, that's kind of a letdown because you do not know how much to push the car or not to push the car. So that feel of, you know, how well it's gripping, you really need that to be able to know how far you can push the car. So now that it's a little darker, you can actually see the ambient lights, which is the red strip, and of course it's customizable to the color that you want. And it carries functionality. For example, when you're getting a phone call, when you're about to get into a collision, the ambient lighting will blink to notify you. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed this review. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.